Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to Boardgame Night with myself, of course, Avak, and Quill.
Hello.
Shenrir.
Hola.
And Marbazir.
Hi, everyone.
We just completed our first jump in the last episode. We're all feeling very happy. We even apparently remember to do something that we don't remember to do, even though I've not been here before. So, I always remember it. 100% record so far.
I do like how we jumped without me even being on the ship.
I know, how does that
You jumped without me.
And it's not like we jumped a small distance either. We've gone quite far away.
In the middle of an asteroid field where we lost a whole ship full of people.
I'm like the worst admiral ever. I'm not even on the damn ship.
Well done.
See how bad you are once you start nuking people. That'll be the real difference.
Yeah.
So it is my turn. I've already drawn my skill cards. There are currently nothing out there.
Have you
got
drawn
a lot
the
of
skill
options.
cards? I don't actually see it. I see mobs, moves to asteroid. I don't see you having drawn any skill cards.
Yeah, I drew them. I also know that because I have a handful of cards.
Ah, well, okay.
But yeah, it was in the log.
If you click situation, you can actually see how many cards each player has.
That's right.
Where's that? Oh, yeah, situation. Ah, yes, I see. 10 items, my lord. Okay.
So, what I could do is I could preemptively launch myself into space. I could start clearing out the civilian ship. But it's going to be a while before the Cylons come back. So I think what might actually be a better use of our time right now is if I decided to be bossy somehow. I don't know how this works. But I'm going to executive order the president, giving her 2 actions. Or a movement and an action, her choice.
Sweet.
Also, I don't like the idea of us both being in the hangar bay in case it gets hit, so I'm going to
Well,
have a move
you're
to
too
command.
good for me now? You're not going to slum it with the techies down here? We've got brilliant moonshine, man. Ah.
Well, I'm the CAG. I got to go back to, help plan our next...
I see how it is.
Yeah.
We'll remember this. Never forget.
So, Tori Foster, you may either move and take an action, or you can take 2 actions.
Now, I do this on your turn or on my turn?
It is my turn right now, still, but you get to take 2 actions immediately. That could be playing a couple of skill cards, it could be activating the quorum chamber twice, it can be doing quorum and something else.
Could be coming to
It
the
could be
hangar
dealing
to
with the Cylon.
hang out and have parties with the chief in the hangar, just saying, it's lonely down here.
Got it.
You
He
need your
doesn't want
tally.
to bother with commoners.
He's on a ship all by himself.
Yep.
I mean, I
so-
was all by myself on a ship for a long time too, but in my defense, there's only 1 seat.
Yes, you get a grudging pass for that one.
So I'm going to draw a quorum card.
Excellent. So you're activating the quorum chamber.
To be fair, you did lose a lot of cards earlier on, so this is a chance to restunk.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if Shen ends up just playing 2 quorum cards on both actions, or a quorum card in each action, he'll have 4 more skill cards by itself.
Yeah. That'd
Not
be
to
a
mention
powerful
whatever the
move.
hell the quorum card does.
All right. Well,
Or
this sounds
if you-
pretty fun. Can I do an action then? So I can also do an action, right?
But no, your action was to activate the quorum chamber. You're on action number 1 from EXO.
Okay.
So executive order will give you 2 actions. You are on action number 1. Your action was to activate the quorum chamber, which draws you a card. You may then either draw another quorum card or play a quorum card. This is still all part of action number 1.
I want to play a quorum card then. So do I just put that on the table?
Sure.
Yep.
Does he need to resolve the picking up the 2 skill cards first?
No,
as-
the skill cards trigger after he plays the quorum card.
Right, okay.
Ooh. Oh, man, you're going to... This is
Oh,
awesome. All right.
So I want to. What's the benefit from here? You draw 2 politics cards. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, so right away you draw 2 politics cards. This is not even your particular personal ability. This is as a result of the card. You get 2 politics card, and then you assign someone to be vice president.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it to Mr. Lonely Chief over there.
hey!
Oh,
I'm
not the guy
important.
who executive orders you. All right.
You didn't offer to invite him down to the hangar to have awesome moonshine. See? It's the flaw in your plan. You just give people orders. You bossy.
So
So that was all my first action, right?
that is, you have to remember to pick your 2 cards from being Tori Foster.
Oh.
Because you used an action on a quorum card. So you get to draw 2 skill cards of any kind because you're a Tori
Oh
Foster.
my goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah. Like, especially if you play another quorum card on your second action, for example. So just to explain the vice president, there's a location on the board called administration on Colonial 1. Someone can do that and give someone else the president title.
Right.
But because the chief is vice president, no one except the chief can be assigned the new presidency.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right? So if I went to administration, I could not make myself or Hilo president. I could only make the chief president.
Right. But then the next turn, you'd be able to do it because there wouldn't be a vice president anymore.
That's right, assuming everyone had the mutiny card and so on and so forth.
Right.
Okay, so that's the end of action number 1. Tori gets action number 2.
Okay, and I can still draw another quorum card if I want?
You can activate the quorum chamber a second time if you'd like. You could also, of course, play a skill card from your hand, although quorum chamber is pretty good for Tori.
Yeah. That seems an amazingly powerful ability, that one.
She is
Take 2
insanely
skill cards.
strong. It's because the people higher up in the line of succession, like normally it's very rare for Tori to become president if there's any other political person in the game. Tori's usually not going to be president. So she's quite potent. It just so happens here there's no one above her in the line of duty. So it's pretty crazy. Whereas the person at the top of the line of the presidency is terrible.
Ironically, the most likely person to be in charge is the worst person to be in charge.
That's right.
There's a bit of a commentary
Just
on
like
humanity,
real life.
really.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now, the characters in this game, they can have multiple titles, right? Like, you can have a president admiral. That's possible?
That's right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Interesting.
It's quite common if the XO is in play.
President Admiral
Mr. Drunky
Cylon.
Drunk.
That
Because he
would be
can declare
rather
martial law and
terrible.
just steal the president title.
Wow, there's so many choices here. I want to try this just for funsies.
Okay.
Okay.
So I get to switch around the admiral or CAG.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make Mr. Chiefy the admiral.
Ah, yes! Consolidating power. Ah,
That's
fantastic.
not very nice.
Okay.
You're not even here, Hilo.
That's true, actually. You've deserted your post. You deserve to.
Hey,
win the
I
title.
jumped us free.
Yeah, you left yourself on a planet 3 jumps behind us.
Minor details.
Now I get to draw 2 more cards, right?
That's right. So yeah, it
So
makes
good.
sense that Tori would like to play quorum cards whenever possible, even if they sort of aren't. I mean, this doesn't really hurt us, assuming none of us is a Cylon or you don't know who a Cylon is. This is neither good nor bad. So it's just a neutral card, and it generates more skill cards for you.
Well, I'm under the impression that if Chief is the Cylon, he's also the person who's never played this before, so he'll probably be terrible at being a Cylon. So I'm okay with him having some titles.
Excellent.
I see some
Or-
metagaming going on there. Well
Or
played.
he
All
will
right,
get
so
beginner's
I've done my
luck.
turn.
That's the end of your executive order stuff. So now I have to finish my turn, which is simply to play a crisis. Executive order can get very confusing. That's why there's actually a first player token to track who the current player is, because you can lose track really easily.
Yeah.
So what's our crisis? We've got weapon malfunction, straight up skill check, 3 good colors, it's 11 difficulty. Pass, no effect. Fail, damage 2 Vipers in space areas. Okay, there's
We're
no
fine
Vipers
there.
in space areas.
Mhm.
Then all characters in weapons control location are sent to sickbay. There's
Which is
no in
unknown.
weapons control.
So there's no downside.
Literally no
Yeah.
downside whatsoever.
And no matter
the only-
the pass or fail, we get a base start and 3 raiders show up, yeah?
Actually, that's base start launches raiders.
Oh, so
What
literally nothing happens if we
Nothing
fail.
happens.
It will progress the Cylon fleet board. One raider will spawn there and will advance their jump prep, is what
So
will
the only
happen.
question is, does anyone want to throw away some cards?
That's interesting. It is technically, yeah, it is possible to just like effectively discard cards this way.
So how does the Cylon fleet board work then?
So, have you opened it up? Are you
Yep.
looking at it?
Mhm.
All right. So there are these space areas. What happens is, in the base game, if you get a crisis like this one that tells you to activate some sort of Cylon ship,
Yeah.
and it's not present on the board, normally you do nothing.
Right.
With the Cylon fleet board, what happens is, if you have to activate something that's not present, instead you add it to the pursuit board, the Cylon fleet board.
Right.
You put it on this board here.
Yeah.
And then you advance their pursuit track by 1. And when the pursuit track gets to the end, auto attack, everything that's on this board appears around the Galactica.
Oh, wow, okay.
So we have a clock.
Right, I see. That
Is it bad that I wasn't listening right there?
And
That's
they
fine.
appear in the
No.
same sectors they are in on the Cylon fleet board.
That's right.
Right.
So
Okay.
the first person who can add cards to the skill check is Hilo. Would you like to do it?
Nope.
Next is the chief.
I like all of my cards, so no.
And Tori.
I guess I'll stick with these cards. We're good.
Okay, and I will also not put in any cards. So I'm just going to reveal this. Mostly this is a question of, are there any skill checks? No. So one more politics is gone and one piloting is gone. Good to know. We could be writing all this down, but that sounds like way too nerdy. So who cares about that? So now I have to add something to the Silent Fleet board. I'm going to double check the rule for it while Hilo magically appears in the hangar bay.
Yay!
What? How? No way.
What?
And
I've been here this whole time. No one has walked it. Magic! Oh, this moonshine is way stronger than I first thought. My goodness.
Have you been here all along?
It's just been sleeping
Yeah,
in
I
a
was
box like a
hiding in the
cat.
hangar.
Why are there some face-up cards down in the politics and leadership and
That's the
piloting? and
discard
engineering?
pile for it.
Okay.
I don't think they've got a built-in instruction for the Silent Fleet board.
Okay.
So I'll have to actually find my actual documentation for it. That's annoying.
Oh, should I move those nuke tokens down to me now that I'm the admiral?
Yep.
You know, not that I
Oh,
want to take away
this-
your power or anything.
This Launch Raiders icon that we got
Yeah.
actually spawns a base star on the Silent Fleet board instead of just
Ouch.
one Raider. So
Okay.
that's a little bit rougher. So
Well,
I'm going
what
to roll a
sucks about
d8.
it
So it
is it-
goes in the 7-8 slot, which is the forward slot.
Okay.
So we're going to have 2 base stars in the front slot when they spawn. Also, the pursuit track increases by 1, which forces the CAG to place a civilian ship somewhere on the board. This was all at the end of my turn, by the way. So I'm gonna
Anywhere
put it-
you want.
Yeah, so I'm going to put it down here. I have to put it somewhere where there's not already a civilian ship.
Oh, okay.
And the bottom 2 slots are the safest because that's where we launch Vipers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And yeah, so it's still Hilo. Did you draw your skill cards?
Yep. Okay.
So what's bad about that card is it gives us another base star, but it doesn't advance the jump prep.
Not ours, yeah. Yeah, it's particularly bad. The humans never want to see a card that doesn't have a jump prep. On the other hand, those cards tend to generally be less dangerous. Like, this weapon malfunction did nothing to us.
The
Alright,
other
I got
thing
my card.
is with that, with those 2 base stars in the same location, will a nuke hit all? Because if we manage to roll a really high on a nuke, if we got a critical success, it would wipe all of the base stars out.
If you roll an 8 on an 8-sided die when you're nuking, it destroys every ship in the space area.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. All right. Wow.
I see something strange. I have a same card twice. It's the exact same card, but it has 2 different strength values.
That happens, yes.
Ah, okay.
It's actually very common.
Ah, okay. All right. So I got my cards. Now I can move.
Hey, welcome
Where
to
do I want to
Galactica.
move?
Where have you been all this time?
Well, I suppose I could move the weapons control preemptively.
There's a few things you could do. I mean, obviously, if you have a cool card in your hand, you can always play that. Executive Order is very strong. You could go to weapon control preemptively. You could also go to command and launch a couple of Vipers.
Mm-hmm.
What's neat about that is if you do launch Vipers, I actually, because of my ability, I can instantly place myself in one of them.
Oh, okay.
You just don't like being on the
alright.
Battlestar, do you?
It's getting too crowded now.
Okay, I'm
Oh, I
going
see.
to move to. I'm moving to command then, and then as my action, I can activate 2 Vipers.
That's right. So what you do, you actually activate them in sequence. So first of all, there's no Vipers. So clearly your first thing you have to do is put a Viper in space.
Yep.
I would recommend either a Super Viper or the Assault Raptor.
Okay. Which is which?
The Super
blue
Vipers
ones.
are the blue ones, and the Assault Raptor is the golden thing.
Okay. So I can activate 1 each, right?
Sure.
All
Now-
right then.
When you activate 2 Vipers, you can actually launch one and then actually just activate the same one a second time to move it around if you wanted to. Although
Okay.
launching 2 is probably best. You
All
can put them in separate zones. You could put one in the zone it's currently in. You could put one in the zone to the right where there's a ship.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
makes
let's do it
total
like
sense.
this then.
And I will also instantly teleport myself to the. I'll actually, it doesn't really matter. If I'm on the golden one, I get to stay out in space, but I sort of auto teleport to space all the time anyway.
Hey, I'm the one with magical teleport powers.
So I'm going to put myself on the super one.
You sure you guys are humans?
Yeah.
I'm actually a Time Lord. I got in the wrong game somehow.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
fair enough. I haven't seen you use a sonic screwdriver, though. That's very suspicious. I don't
I
see a
left it
bow
in
tie or a fez or sneakers. I'm starting to doubt this whole Time Lord thing.
I might have to be the War Doctor.
So now we do a crisis.
I'm the Master. Call me Master.
Okay. Old master or new master? Because there's a certain question of gender that needs to be resolved with that one.
Spoilers.
All right, so now I grab a crisis card.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ah, very common one.
Full
There's a lot of
shortage.
these.
President chooses.
Mm-hmm. -2 food or -1 food, and the president discards 2 skill cards, and the current player, which is Hilo, discards 3 skill cards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I draw tons of cards per turn, so I'm fine with the second option. What do you think, Hilo?
I do have quite a lot of cards. I would be okay discarding
Okay,
some.
let's do second option then.
Cool.
Okay, but I need to read through some of them.
All right, so we're going to lose 1 food, which I will... Oh, there you go. Shen got it.
Oh, how can you tell I did? Oh, because it shows my name. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, how many I discard? 2 or 3?
3.
3
Okay.
for Hilo, 2 for the president.
Okay. 1.
Now, next we have to activate raiders. We have none in play, so I will roll a die. There we go, and I will put a raider on the 3 slot on the Cylon fleet board. 1 raider is not too much, but it advances the pursuit track. So they're
Alright,
getting
done.
that
I
much
discarded
closer.
3.
So the pursuit track is currently on the 3rd point, is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, when it reaches... So 1 more is going to be fine, and then after that, it automatically jumps in at us. So we've got 2 more of those to go.
Yeah.
But we also got jump prep.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if we had the option to kind of stall it in some way, it would be ideal to let them appear right before we jump. Because
It
then
often
they
is.
go back.
There is the issue that will simply mean that the silent fleet does get much larger. So the time after that it jumps in, it might
It's
be
going to
too much
be,
to deal with.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's
with that.
not bad. Or sometimes might be able to pick away a little bit of it and then jump. Like, you definitely don't want them to linger too long. Although, a couple of good nukes to that front part. Like, if they leap in and we executive order the chief, Admiral Chief, and you just, like, nuke twice...
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah, and
wouldn't be
here's
so
the thing,
horrible.
saving nukes too long is not necessarily good because we might end up just not using them at all, or you might end up having a Cylon with it from the sleeper phase.
Right,
That's
of
true.
course, yeah.
I mean, there's a certain amount of metagaming where you might not want to have the humans succeed too hard in the first half in case you become a Cylon in the second half. I never
Yeah.
play that way. I tend to, like, overkill as much as possible. I play hardcore human in the first half no matter what. But there is something to be said about that strategically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that is the end of Hilo's turn, so the Chief
Yep.
now gets to go.
Yay! Okay.
Skill cards.
Right, so I grab, okay, so 1 politics, then 2 leadership, and finally 2 engineering. Right, let's have a quick look at these cards. And the next thing I do is I actually move, don't I? Or I can move, or...
Yeah. Next thing is you have a movement.
I'll also
which you
prepare
can
this over
ignore
the
if you'd
like.
like.
Let's see. I actually like where I am right now.
Okay, which is
Got
totally
some-
fine.
Good cards.
Never going to leave the hangar deck. All game.
He's just never gonna move.
No, why would I move? This is the best place on the ship.
You want to move to weapons control turn 1, and I persuaded you not to, and now you're just stuck there.
Yep. But you know what? For Shenri's trust in me as making me the VP, I can use an action card, yes?
Yeah.
Because I'm not
Yep.
moving?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, you're exoing the president again.
Yep.
President
seems-
Tory, I generate all the cards faster.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, VP aside, the amount of work that Tori can get done with those two
Yeah,
actions is
all the cards that belong to Shen.
staggeringly huge. So
She's actually the best person to have as the president, assuming she's human.
Mm-hmm.
She will potentially one-handedly win us the game.
yay, Shen. Useful.
lose.
Okay, so the problem I have is I could draw quorum cards, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of the cards I have right now says I could give the president title away.
Right.
Oh God.
Resign.
Yeah, resignation.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be a point in that?
Yeah, I don't see the point.
You probably don't want to.
Is there any way to discard quorum cards other than resignation?
Not that I know of. I don't think there's a hand limit for quorum cards. I mean, you just don't have to play it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll just draw some cards then.
You clearly need more, right?
Well, yeah, I need more.
So you're going to activate the quorum chambers,
Yep, I took a card.
and then you're still on action number 1, so you can draw another one or play one.
Oh, fun. All right, now I need to know this. I have to know this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
What's that?
Nice. Release Cylon mugshots. Look at one random loyalty card belonging to any other player.
Okay.
Who are you choosing?
Then roll a die.
I absolutely have to know if Quill is a Cylon.
Really?
I don't-
Not
I
the person you
don't-
turned into the Admiral.
I don't trust you one bit ever. I can't afford to
okay.
trust you.
I've just got one of those
Remember that
faces,
game?
Quill. No one ever worries about
Okay,
it.
hold on. Then you roll a die. If you roll 3 or less, then we lose 1 morale.
That's right.
Okay.
So I just gave my loyalty card to Shen. Should be in your hand.
Let's see.
Ah, yes, of course, because you don't show all of us. You just show
That's
him.
right.
Because he gets his...
And then,
I see.
do I give it back to you somehow?
Yeah, you right-click on it, go past 2, and then player 1.
Alternatively, you can put it on the board and we'll just honestly not look, you know.
And then you tell us Quill is a Cylon, right?
At this point,
Tell.
he could flat out tell us that he was a Cylon.
There's
And it
a
would,
lot of metagaming with
yeah.
that too.
we were like,
Well, the thing is, if he said that I was a Cylon, what it would probably prove to you guys is one of the two of us is a Cylon.
Mm-hmm.
Either I actually am a Cylon, or
Yeah.
he's a Cylon trying to deflect.
Because you don't have to tell the truth. You can lie about it.
can you
Okay,
choose to reveal your card?
Okay,
No.
Ah,
No.
right, that makes sense then.
So now I have to
so-
roll a die.
hold on. Before you roll the die, since I don't want us to lose morale, I'm going to play
Aha.
strategic planning.
Nice.
And
Adding
what do
two
we
to the
need?
die.
What do we need for this to not? So it's 3 or less. So that's fine.
It's bad.
If you roll a 1, then we lose
Then we
morale.
lose.
But otherwise, we're fine.
Oh, come
Yep.
on, you can't
Yeah.
you can't roll a 1. The die doesn't do that.
Right.
Of course,
not.
yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
I would have
also-
laughed so hard if that was a 1.
Yeah, me too.
I would have been weeping
Right,
if
discard.
that was a 1.
Okay, now that
So
was
that was
my
your
turn.
first action. Your
No,
first
I-
XO.
My first action was to draw, and then I played it. Does that count as my second action?
No, because
no.
that's all part of the one quorum chamber move.
That's so amazing.
That's why I executive
That-
gave you that
Can't
shot.
use it
So
all
useful.
in this
Oh,
game.
you played a quorum card, so you get to draw 2 skill cards because you're Tory.
I drew the skill cards already, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So then, yeah, action number 2, you're going to activate the quorum chamber again. You drew another card. Now you can play one or draw another one.
Such a broken card
Yeah.
that is. I will have all of the abilities.
We got to speed up
but
these
you're-
turns a little. I
you're
think we're
limited
never
to
going to get to Kobol.
You're limited to 10 skill cards, though. It's like, if I keep drawing skill cards, what the hell? So I can't just pass them to you guys.
No, but you only discard them at the end of your turn,
Yep.
as far as I can tell.
So next turn, you'll have to
But
discard
what if
them.
his turn never ends?
Well, just
So-
make sure to crush the skill checks.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
can
Is
I
you can just throw them away on a skill check.
Can I just pass and not play one of these quorum cards?
You could, yeah, but you get to draw another one. As a quorum chamber, you can, at this point, you can draw another quorum card or play one. So you're not going to play one, so just draw another quorum card. And then
But I've
that'll
already
be the end
drawn
of the
2.
exo.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
okay.
Until we
Oh,
run out
God.
of cards in the quorum deck.
There we go. Okay, so now we are back to, was that Hilo?
No, it was me.
No, it's Chief. Okay, so it's Chief's Crisis.
Right. Okay,
Good
so
luck reading all these cards, by the way.
Cards, crisis, and then just drag it down onto the crisis slot. Boom. Right, what have we got? Network
Ooh.
computers.
Very good, but very dangerous.
Yep. Okay. So we can advance jump twice if we pass this.
That's right. If we fail, we do get a
Ooh.
Centurion marker, which is
Oh,
very
this-
dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the ore is very bad because it's -1 pop and decrease
Yeah.
the jump
We
card, which is terrible.
basically we want to pass this.
What's
Yeah.
a Centurion marker then?
The
That's
Centurion,
the heavy raider.
It's the boarding
they're
party.
the boarding
thing.
party.
Boards us.
Right, okay.
And then we just lose if we don't get rid of it. And it's very hard to get rid of it.
I'm hoping Tori has a mitt full of political cards.
Hmm.
I think we can crush this.
Well, I can help with it a bit.
All right, let me go and add 2 cards from the deck of Destiny. That's 1, 2. First up is Tori Foster.
So hold on. I have a question. If
Uh-huh.
I have a card that interacts with the Destiny cards, do I play it now?
Well, it depends on what it says. Like, Investigative Committee, for example, will say play
no,
before.
it's... Well, I'm not supposed to tell you what card it is, but...
Yep, but for
I don't
rules
know how to-
clarification, it's not the end of the world. Is it
It's...
does it say skill check on it?
Yes, it says skill check, and
Okay.
it says that we add Destiny cards face up. Before
Okay.
totaling strength. So it's kind of confusing when to play this.
Put it into play, and then I'll read it. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm sorry.
I think it
So
means
do
you
I
add
just put
2
it face
more.
up?
Yeah, just drag it onto the board face up.
Okay, this.
Trust instincts. Okay, so what happens is this. You throw this just into the skill check.
Mhm.
Okay? Then when it comes time to count the total cards, we trigger this, and we're going to add 2 more cards from the Destiny deck into the skill check.
Ah, okay. I thought we get to see the Destiny cards before.
No. So this is sort of a
okay.
YOLO mode. Like, you're just going to
Mhm.
add 2 more random cards from the Destiny
I
deck
see,
into
I
the
see.
skill check. And we
Okay.
have... There's at least... There are 2 more treachery cards in this deck. We're either going to get some of them now, or they're going to come up, so...
Okay, before anyone does anything else, I have a card that I would like to play, and it says put 4 cards added to the skill check. Is this the time to do it?
Maybe?
Is that randomly?
Well, it says play before cards are added to a skill check.
Then you have to play it now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just so you all know, so we have a better understanding of how things are going to go.
You don't need to play that. Engineering cards are already positive.
Oh, I'm a dip. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's fine.
Good time
You
to
learn
clear
it.
this up. So yes, for network computers, politics, tactics, and engineering are good.
Right.
Leadership and politing are bad.
Yeah. I get
Politing?
you.
Yes, politing.
Politing.
Okay.
All right, so if no one else has anything,
Okay.
Tori is the first to add cards.
Okay, done.
And then it is me. I am going to play only 1 card, but it's going to help a lot.
Okay.
Oh, now this makes me wonder whether I should play the card that I was going to play that was going to help a lot. Dad. Second guess.
It's a really good one. We don't want to fail it. I mean, again, overkilling is bad, but this is so good. And
Would it help
failing
if I
is
told
so
you
bad.
guys whether or not Quill was a Cylon?
Hold on. Who's the current player right now? That's Shen, right?
That's Chief Tyrell.
Ah, okay, right. Okay.
Abak.
Indeed.
Affleck.
That I keep thinking of that. Actually, the way I remember how to say your A is because of a French word. Your name sounds a lot like avec, which is with in French.
Ah.
I'm cheating.
Aardvark.
It's the Welsh alphabet. We don't have letters that just change their sound. If like a syllable is meant to change in a word due to mutation, literally the letters change. It makes it a little bit confusing for people who aren't used to that in the language. But in Welsh, like the A is always a. It's never a or a as it is with English. It's always a. So
That's much simpler, actually. I like that.
yes.
So who's
I've
turn
seen
for
Welsh
cards?
words before, though. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else that's simple about this. So,
So,
Hilo, are you adding cards?
well, I could help a bit, but I would honestly prefer not to because it's a card I would prefer to keep.
Okay.
Do you think I'll need to help?
Don't know. Chief, do you think you're helping a fair bit?
It
You said you
depends.
added a card that will help a lot, yeah? So,
That is Quill said that I could
yeah.
add a card that would help in a certain situation. It does depend on the cards that people add, which is the problem here.
we only have 4 cards in there, so
Yeah,
if
throw
you
it
get
in, man.
negative,
Throw it in.
I'm going to
The
throw
deck
one
of
card
Destiny
in.
is going to screw us.
Yeah.
We've had such good cards so far, more or less. So.
Move to skill check.
Okay.
Actually, I'll add 2 cards.
All right, go Chief.
Hold on, which one was it? Oh, this one.
Okay. Well,
Yep, done.
I'm going to add. So it's what do I do? Move to skill check. So 1, 2.
Can I say that I added something that will make you less sad about adding cards, maybe?
Okay. That's
I mean, I'm not supposed to say exactly what it is, so I'm being vague.
It's pretty vague.
that is pretty big, actually. Yeah.
Are you sabotaging this roll?
Oh no, I know what he's doing.
Okay. I'm going to risk overkilling this because I'm the last one to put cards in, aren't I?
That's right.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shy about throwing cards away because I can always get a million cards.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry about
true. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
So let me do this. We've got 3 to the bad.
Okay.
That is almost certainly, well, not necessarily. It could have been Hilo. It's definitely not me screwing us. I'm guessing that's the second piloting card from the deck of Destiny. There's established networks. That's going to double engineering strength. Very good. Engineering is good. So a 5-point treachery card.
Oh,
my
That's
God.
-5.
Okay, so
Okay,
that
actually,
had to
we're
be
at
from
negative
Destiny,
8
right?
at this point. -8. There's +5 here, so
Wait,
we're currently at +3.
Check
Okay.
the treachery card. Does it say the current player has to draw a mutiny card?
No,
yeah.
chooses it.
Which
The
is
current
all
player
that at the
chooses
end,
a
though.
human player to draw
Gotcha.
one mutiny card.
So we are now breaking even. We're at exactly 0. Actually, yeah,
Mhm.
we're at 0.
Okay.
This counts as 6 for us.
Nice.
So +6.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Hilo. Hilo is a silent.
Hey, I threw away 2 evasive maneuver cards earlier. You can check it in the log. So that's not me.
Well, it's not me.
Well, it's not me.
And
You can
this is
see
the card
what-
that Hilo was talking about putting in, I assume. Current player may choose one card with a strength 3 or less to remove from this check and add to his hand. Note that it will remove it from the check, which means Chief could always pick up a maximum of firepower, which would remove it from the check completely. Actually, I say Hilo was doing this, but we've had Chief and Tori both put in cards, and they've picked up some variety of stuff. I know that Tori's been picking up tons of stuff from outside of pool, probably
Right.
piloting at some point.
Right.
I think Chief may have played a Consolidate Power as well at some point and may have picked up a piloting. I don't remember.
Well, as I said, when a player discards a card, you can see what they discard
Yes.
in the log. Because in real life, when you play, you can see which pile someone
Yeah,
moves the
absolutely.
card to. So if you scroll up, you will see that earlier in the game, I discarded the 2 piloting cards that I pulled.
So if
Evasive
I
maneuvers.
And
I can
can't have
choose-
had, and you can't have had more than one piloting card at the start of the game.
Yeah. I didn't pull piloting cards at the start. I pulled
Well, I am
tactics
drawing
and
lots
leadership.
of piloting cards, and I did put a card in to the check.
I dumped all my piloting cards because basically Quill is going to be the pilot unless something happens. So they are kind of not useful for me.
And
Oh, they're useful in these
for the
checks.
record, our current situation is we are at +3.
Yeah, but here's the thing. From what I know, from what I watched, there are not many
Oh, wait,
crisis cards where red cards are positive because red cards are valuable and have big effects. So they are rarely used for positive checks.
Right. I'm actually wrong about the numbers.
Okay.
Because the scientific research counts as 6. So, yeah, hold on. I'm doing it very wrong because those cancel out. So this is actually 10. So we're actually at +8 right now.
Mm-hmm.
so if I
So-
remove the 3, we'll be at 11.
That's right.
So all right, there we go then. I'll take that into my hand.
Okay, that's very good. So we are going to pass. However, before we do
Just
that, we've
though.
got to resolve the
Barely.
rest of the skill check. So established network is gone because we just resolved that.
Okay.
Quick thinking is gone. We just resolved that. Exploit a weakness. So the current player, who is the chief, must
Okay.
choose a human player to draw 1 mutiny card.
And in this case, human player just means someone who hasn't revealed their
Yeah.
Cylon.
So effectively, all of us. Now, could you explain what a mutiny card is and how, at least vaguely, what the what that card is, basically.
I will show you an example of a mutiny card. We're going to go to the card pile, mutiny. I'm just going to grab the top one on the deck, put it into play, and then we'll discard it after.
Okay.
So, here's an example. And I can't actually see it. There we go. So this will damage Galactica, which is bad. On the other hand, it allows you to take a civilian ship that's in the space area and shuffle it back into the deck. So it lets you save a civilian ship in an emergency, but it damages Galactica. So all mutiny cards tend to do this. They have a bad effect and a good effect.
Right, okay. I see.
A Cylon player can use this to do devastating amounts of damage. A human player can use this strategically to save a really dire situation.
Yeah, I
now,
see.
one of the big things with the mutiny card, if at any point someone has 2, they get instantly brigged.
Oh, right, okay.
Also,
can't
if
really
the
hold it in your
president
hand.
has a mutiny card, then someone can go to the administration room and take away the presidency title. So if you gave a mutiny card to Tori, one of us could go to administration and take presidency away from Tori.
Being the vice president, would that not mean that it would go to me?
It has to go to you. It can't go to anyone else.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to return to deck and then shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, mutiny cards, is it like an action? You just do it on your turn?
Yeah, they're almost all actions.
Yeah.
So essentially, once you get one, you just have to play it right away so you don't get a second one?
Yeah, to avoid
You're
getting...
not forced to play it right away, but you might be incentivized to play it as early as a good situation presents itself.
Well...
So, can I say something about this skill check and that piloting card? If I scroll, I seem to have lost it, but I scrolled up and I saw Shen drawing a piloting card.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I've been drawing a lot of cards, yeah. Because every time I play a quorum
Tori
card,
has drawn some.
every time I play a quorum card, I've been trying to pick up things that I don't draw on my turn. So I've been picking up piloting and engineering and whatever.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to give the mutiny card to... I'll give it to Hilo.
Okay.
Hilo, draw a mutiny card. Just draw it to your hand and don't tell anyone what it is.
Got one.
Okay. Well, on that note, been a bit of a... That's the end of my turn, is it not?
One sec. We need to do the end of the crisis card.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Man, this has been a long turn.
Yeah, it has been. Let me clean up the board. Discard those skill cards. So activate raiders. So I will go to the Cylon fleet board. I will roll an 8-sided die. I'm going to put a raider in the 8th spot, which is at the front. We're going to advance the pursuit track. The CAG has to place 2 civilian ships on the board. So I'm going to put one down here where it's safe, and the next one, I don't know, I guess up here?
Why does the CAG have to place 2 civilian ships?
Because when the Cylon fleet or pursuit track advances certain points,
right, I saw,
that has to happen.
Yeah, I could see that now.
And then we advance the jump prep. So they are 1 step away from beaming in on us.
Yeah, and we're 3
scarily
steps
enough,
away,
that
potentially.
top right corner actually has a raider in it. Which means it could destroy that ship right away, but there's not really another good spot to put it. I suppose I could put it here, which doesn't have a raider on turn 1, giving us time to do something.
Yeah. But it would be difficult to get up there.
Yeah, I need to, I
Start
kind
piloting
of
over
maybe
there.
need to be exoed. What did I do on my turn? Oh, I exoed someone. That's right, and then Hilo launched me out here. In hindsight, well, no. I don't know. Anyway, the jump prep, so that is properly the end of Chief's turn. So Tori draws some cards, and then go ahead and reveal the fact that you're Cylon.
Does Tori have to... Is that the start of Tori's turn?
It is the start of Tori's turn.
Then we should probably wrap this episode up there.
This is a super long episode.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone.
We have
but,
to be a lot faster on our turns.
Yeah.
When we do a skill check, go fast.
Yeah, we will get there. At the moment, I'm probably holding everyone back because I've got so many questions. But I hope everyone has enjoyed and will be joining us in the next. And of course, if you want to check other people's perspectives and see who is actually the Cylon, because of course it's not me, then you should go and check out their videos on their channel.
That's something a Cylon would say.
But thank you very much for joining us. And until next time, take care.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Okay.